Uh, hey, guy, we're live. It's always my. Oh, we're live. Okay, I'm just gonna. It's still not telling me. Oh, there we go. Hey guys, we're live. We got Pink Bella with us today. It's gonna be an amazing show. I'm gonna play the intro and we'll get started. It's gonna be awesome. So, it's just we have tech issues today, so everything's moving slow. And yeah, something's definitely up with the tech today. Everything's moving slow, but it's okay. And then I always put up this subscribe button, guys. Like every time I do a show now, I put this subscribe button up because and that doesn't just mean like subscribe to my channel, but it's, hit the thumbs up and get the notifications every time I go live. But subscribe to Pink Bella's channel too. We're live on her YouTube and we're live on her Rumble today as well. So follow along on both if you can. Because you want to support everybody, yeah. But with all that said, I'm really excited about my guest today. And if this thing will come off my screen, it's not. There we go. Yeah. Okay. I have the amazing Pink Bell Aloha. Everybody always loves when she comes on the show. She's a multi. Today we're going to be covering galactic highway discovery, massive black holes in the light beam, the 9 billion light year radio signal that arrived, and the Three-Eye Atlas Comet, which I kind of got into with Carrie Cassidy, but it's going to be interesting to hear Pink Bella's take on it. And Pink Bella is a multidimensional healer, ascension wayshower, and guide to the Akashic Records. Through her sessions, readings, mentorships, she helps starseeds, lightworkers, and the 144,000 prepare for 5D New Earth. Her work includes clearing karmic loops and ancestral contracts, quantum multidimensional healing, dragon activations, starseed origins, and galactic council transmissions, divine goddess activations, and light shield activations. And if you never saw one of our shows, what we do is she taps in with like tarot, like the Akashic records. She'll tap in with her intuitive abilities and also the tarot, and we get answers for some of the subjects we're talking about. So, and then we also take your questions too as well. So if you guys have any questions or comments, put them in the chat and we'll be sure to cover it. And with all that said, I'd like to give her a big warm welcome back to the show. Pink Bella, thanks so much for coming back on. How are you?
Aloha, everyone. I'm super awesome. Really excited to be here, Rob. I think we're moving into new territory with a lot of topics. How are you doing?
I'm okay for the most part, but I have a feeling something's really off in the universe because people have been acting strange. Like some people have been acting aggressive and it's hard to explain. And then it just seems like a weird energy. For whatever reason, fall is coming early here in Pittsburgh, like really early.
Yeah.
It's getting really cold at night, and then also on top of that, the days are weird too. Like yesterday, I don't know if it's just because I do this every day, but like yesterday felt like a Sunday for some reason. Like for some reason, I had like that week. I felt like that weekend energy. So things have been kind of like a little bit chaotic and a little bit strange, but I'm still managing to process everything and move forward. But it's just a little bit weird right now.
It is weird. It's been feeling like Groundhog Day. We've had extreme high temperatures, which is really unusual for August. Like what the weather you're getting right now is really typical for the Pacific Northwest. And right now we've had like 90s, upper 80s. So I've actually been working with the dragons and the galactics to help, because we all know the weather, when the weather is not acting normal, that is some type of manipulation, right? So I know all of North America, possibly areas of Europe, desperately need water. There's probably tons of fires, tons of bad air quality. So I've been working to try and shift it now to bring in some, asking them to bring in some rain that's well needed for all areas. And we don't even realize how important our weather is until it is not working properly. So, but what's interesting about you having fall early, that's actually quite normal as we head into September. We just don't remember because it hasn't been normal for so long. But as the days are getting shorter, the night should be getting cooler. Because the sun is changing positions. So it is, that's the thing, is that, we right now, the Pacific Northwest has been having hotter weather than California.
Yeah.
And that's,
I wonder what it is.
Yeah, well, I just feel it's weather manipulation. And that's the Groundhog Day feeling too, when you wake up and you feel like you don't know what day it is because nothing's changed. So you even noticing that your weather has changed is good, because that's the other thing, we are doing a lot of timeline jumping as well. Like the Schumann resonance has been showing these massive blackouts. We just came through one of those periods, and I've been diving into that more with the Galactics as well. And they're letting me know that when we go through something really, really big that kind of pulls the energy down of the collective, they'll come in and there'll be a blackout, and the collective will decide, are we moving forward as an expanded consciousness? So even the 3i Atlas Comet that's now coming early, it's coming like 6 weeks early now compared to our last show. And that's been from the blackouts. That's been from the collective, like accelerating our timeline and allowing us to receive the information early. And the dark, I'm getting in my head. So I get all these weird sensations when the dark forces are not happy with what's happening. They're not happy about some of our topics today, because all of the topics merge into one. They're all going to impact someone on the collective side some way, because a lot of it is connected to astronomy. It's connected to the planets and the stars. So people don't even have to actually know that we're in an awakening, but they're mesmerized by things that are going on out in the galaxy. So all of that is bringing new energy and new updates, especially 3i Atlas.
Yeah,
it's absolutely bringing new information for us. For
what
sure.
do you think the 3i Atlas is? Like, what do you?
So I keep getting that it's a light ship. I want us to look at it today. It'll be interesting to hear what Carrie said, because I didn't watch your show. So I'm getting that it's actually a very large, like a scientific cloaked ship that's coming in to gather data and see where we're at. And the interesting thing is that it chose to represent it as a comet, because it's only been, I don't know if you all know, but it's only been it was only found July 5th of this year. So it's not like it's a comet that has come back into our galaxy and universe before. And the other thing is that it's I'm getting that it's an interstellar ship that's cloaked. But what I started looking into comets a couple of years ago, comets in general are ancient. Many of them come back into our galaxy and they bring information, they bring us downloads, and then they actually receive information from the earth as well. So they are naturally, it's interesting that's what they chose as the word, because it is inbound and now it's accelerated. So originally it wasn't supposed to arrive till the end of October, and now it's arriving kind of in the middle of September and we've got eclipses coming. So that's going to be another reason people are feeling unsettled right now. Anytime there's an eclipse that's happening, our intuitive psychic senses go on high alert, because eclipses affect everybody, including the animals. It kind of, and they appear right like on the first one is September 7th. So that's going to be a full moon lunar eclipse, loony, right? Yeah. And that's in Pisces, and Pisces is like ending the Piscean energy, like another grand finale of the old realm. And then 2 weeks later, we have the equinox, as well as a solar eclipse and it's a new moon in Virgo. And we just had a new moon in Virgo, and that blew me away. We got 2 new moons in a row in Virgo, and Virgo is very earthing and grounding. So that's like another cosmic reset for humanity. And I always just look at astrology as like a representation of more information that can be given to us, for sure. So that's what it's bringing in new codes for us, and it's going to be activating those of us that are starseeds and lightworkers. It's going to be activating our DNA as well.
Wow.
Yeah. What did Carrie say? What came in on your show yesterday?
She thinks it's more, but like she thinks it's more like evil. She thinks it's the Anunnaki returning.
Interesting. I'm wondering if it's we can pull some cards about it. I'm wondering if it's representing people's belief systems, because we're on multiple different timelines, right? So there is folklore about the Anunnaki coming back, and there is a fear stream in some of the communities where they do think it's like evil, and it is representing that. So I'm just almost wondering if it's supposed to bring up all that fear for a certain part of the collective that remembers deeply when the Anunnaki were here before and how bad it was.
That's a good point. I didn't think of that. I don't know. It's interesting for sure, because I don't think it's a comet. I know that. I mean, it seems like it's something. Like it's definitely something more. And everybody's talking about it. It's like a huge.
Yes. It is. All the communities are talking about it, right? And I think the scientific communities, okay, so the scientific headline about this right now is it's an interstellar comet. They're still calling it a comet, is inbound, and it's going to be visible in September. The message I received from the Galactic Akashic Records is comet, and this is exactly what I was downloaded with. Comets are always carrying new codes. And the comet is now coming earlier to help us sink into the eclipse season of September's timeline jumps. So usually when we have eclipses, we'll have one in September and one in October. So I had to double check the information that we have one on September 7th and then one another 2 weeks later. And then that's it. We're finished with eclipse season for the year. So even when we did our last show, something important is happening in October. And I feel like September is wrapping up a lot of information. So yeah, why don't we pull some cards? Let's ask some questions about this topic. What do you want to ask first?
What it is? Well, remember, maybe is it benevolent, malevolent? Is it like, or maybe if it's see if it's like see if it's the Anunnaki or what? I don't know.
Yeah. How about if we look at it like, okay, if we believe that it's a good energy, how about what is it if that represents, like whatever that represents, and then we can look at it like, is the Anunnaki returning?
Yeah.
Because I was getting that that bar scene in Star Wars where there's all those different beings. So I was getting that ship is carrying multiple different types of beings, but that they're all working for the intergalactic alliance to come and just collect information and report back. So let's see that we believe that it's benevolent. That's a positive word, right? Benevolent means positive. So yeah, okay, so let's just ask, okay, we believe that it's benevolent. What do we need to know about Three Eye Atlas returning today? Okay, we have the Eight of Wands. I'll just pull a couple of cards and then I'll ask the Prime Source Creator, could please open the Galactic Akashic Records and bring in the information for us today. Thank you. Oh, interesting. Okay, I'll pull some clarity cards. So it's coming in fast, Eight of Wands, and it's accelerated since the Lion's Gate. So we all went through a massive change, shift, healing. That Lion's Gate was crazy. So I feel like everybody either went through like a dark night of the soul or really like a lot of stuff got dug up because there was a full moon in there as well. When we ask that question, we're saying it's a victory for humanity, Six of Wands. It's an upgrade for humanity that it's coming sooner. Now the Ten of Swords looks really, really bad. But it also is just a message of surrender, of if it's bringing up any fear or anxiety for any of us, that we're to clear that out and surrender it as well. But let me just set a clarity card around that. And that's interesting because that's 10 and that also represents October, right? So let's just see what else. Five of Cups came in as a clarity card. So none of it's like huge major arcanas yet saying like, this is a big announcement. It's still coming in. But it's interesting because the Five of Cups is like this individual is like unhappy and like sad about losing a bunch of things. But yet there's two cups behind him that are coming in. Like that's an offer. That would be like us in the waiting room. Let's say we're trying to manifest something and then it all falls apart. So everything starts to crumble and fall apart. But the Two of Cups would mean like two amazing opportunities are coming. And five is about the energy moving. So far, I'm not seeing that it's connected to the galactic war. I'm not seeing that there's anything to worry about, although that Ten of Swords looks a little scary. Oh, the Judgment card. I just did one more clarity. So this is it's a big deal for humanity. So wow. It's a marker that everything's going to change once Three Eye Atlas gets here.
Wow.
So that's cool. So why don't we look at the question now about, is it connected to the Anunnaki returning and causing havoc? One of my clients sent me a link. I don't know if you've looked at it yet, Rob, any links of, because, people are filming it coming in. It is moving like crazy speeds and it's dodging things. Like it is not moving like a comet.
Really? Holy shit. I didn't know that.
So I'll send you the link that was sent to me because I just looked at it the other day and I was like, wow. Okay, so let's just ask, what do we need to know about? Is it the Anunnaki returning and they're disguised? Ten of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, which is a yes, but it's a 0 reset, Fool for humanity. So they're all positive cards. What about a clarity about, like, are there some high, like, Anunnaki commanders on board?
Yeah, that would be cool.
King of Pentacles. Yeah. So both streams are true, right? It just depends how we ask the question. Both streams are true. So if we believe that something malevolent is coming, it's because maybe we're connecting in with an energy to it. So Carrie could be connecting into there is Anunnaki represented on this stellar ship. So she could be connecting in with that. And she also could be healing. She could be one of the souls that was part of being in that reality when the Anunnaki collapsed everything, which would have been terrifying as well. Yeah. So I feel like when everyone's sharing, they are sharing, like, yeah, Amir, they are sharing like a piece of their truth. And even her sharing that would have maybe brought up for some of your viewers things to heal. Because as soon as we talk about the Anunnaki, I feel like I've got this clamp on my head. So it's a memory of when they took everything down, and it was not pleasant. It's what we've always had this at the back of our heads of the Dark Alliance. Like, are they going to return? Okay. So let me just look at it overall. So 10 of Cups, like, all of these cards are super positive. So even the Anunnaki being on board the ship, there's nothing that says that they've come to turn everything upside down. So we have the 10 of Cups, which is again, representation of October. So a celebration for humanity and a new beginning. And we got the Ace of Pentacles, which is a yes. Like that, yes, there are Anunnaki on board. But again, there's that 0 reset for humanity, the Fool card. So a new beginning. So it's like we're going to massively end a timeline when it arrives and start a new timeline collectively. And then we have the King of Pentacles, which is about abundance and prosperity. And it also could coincide with the new, more like another step in the financial system changing in a positive way. Okay. I wanted to go to one card that's at the bottom of the deck, which is the Justice card, and that's connected to October. It's connected to the Libra energy, justice being served. So there's going to be a lot of positive things and or information to help the collective move into this new energy for October. So October looks big.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. So
if you all have any fear, if you watch any videos about the Anunnaki returning, you've got any fear being built up, you want to clear that out. Because collectively, we're such powerful manifestors. We don't want to manifest. We don't need to manifest them returning and causing us problems. Because we've already gone through that multiple times. We've gone through that with the fall of Earth. We've gone through with the fall of Atlantis. We don't really need to experience that again. That's for sure.
Angela Callum says she's excited for it, like or whatever's happening. You know?
Me too. Yeah, me too. I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be positive, but I am getting I'm still getting pressure on my head. So this is how I know it's positive. The Dark Alliance don't want us talking about it. They don't want us bringing in positive information, and they want that fear stream. They want everybody to be in fear. So yeah, I feel like everything we're going to talk about today and bring in information about, including this, is about this is a leap for humanity. And it's finally going to start to shift in our favor. It's like it's coming at us in multiple different ways. So there's going to be absolutely no way that the regular collective is not going to understand that there's something else going on out there that they haven't told us about. We're not alone. There's lots of things going on out there in the universe that they can't hide anymore, for sure.
Yeah, and there's more stuff going on. Like, what did you what else? You found this stuff about the Galactic Highway, a massive black hole, and also the 9. What's the 9? Well, let's go over this next. What's the 9 billion light year radio signal?
Yeah, isn't that crazy? So, and this is all recent. All these topics came to me like in the last 5 days. So I think that they've sort of come in the last few weeks since like post Lionsgate, or they've hit the headlines. Like that's one thing that I've noticed is suddenly we're being inundated with really interesting information from all of the major news outlets as well, right? So they're not, if it's something scientific, the regular news outlets will carry it too. So this 9 billion light year signal is a radio signal that's traveled 9 billion years and it's just reached Earth, which is wild in itself, right? So the insight that I received was it's a time capsule. It's a message that was planted a long time ago to arrive now to help us to step into our higher timelines. I'm not sure I didn't check in to see what the signal was. I don't know if you got a chance to, Rob. But it's more about it's just arriving right now collectively to say, hey, guess what? There was a radio, like it's radio. So a radio signal has come 9 billion light years and everything's happening in the now moment. So, it very well could be our future selves or the galactics that set it up so that it would arrive right now.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance? You probably didn't. I was going to ask if you got a chance to look it and see.
I'm going to look it up now on ChatGPT and see what it says about it. I haven't.
Make sure you ask Mike to go on the void.
Yeah, really. Let me see here. 9 billion. I'm just curious to see what it says.
Yeah, me too. Oh, I don't know. Jason's asking if it's related to the WOW signal. I don't know. Maybe ChatGPT will tell us. I got hit with so much information on Monday. I mean, it's only Wednesday, right? So
it says it's a groundbreaking astronomical observation. It says, here's what it's all about. It says, what was detected? It says, in January 2023, astronomers using India's giant meter wave radio telescope detected a faint radio signal coming from a galaxy called, this is a long one. It's SDSSJ8265630, located about 8.8 to 9 billion light years from Earth. This signal corresponds to a 21-centimeter line, a specific radio emission produced by neutral hydrogen, which is the most abundant element in the universe. This is the farthest such detection of neutral hydrogen emission is ever made, marking a major leap in our ability to probe the distant universe. But what does that mean? So it says why it matters. The detection provides insight into the distribution of cold oxygen The detection provides insight into the distribution of cold hydrogen gas, the essential fuel for star formation, when the universe was only about a third of its current age. It opens up a new window into studying early stages of galaxy evolution, offering clues about how galaxies formed and grew billions of years ago. Extra context. It says, you might wonder, a radio signal that travels at the speed of light, just like visible light does. Since radio waves form electromagnetic radiation, that means the signal emitted 9 billion years ago would just not be arriving here. As one Reddit user put it, the radio signal moves at the speed of light. It means that the signal traveled for 9 billion years to get here. Oh my God, that's crazy. Like,
it is crazy. It reminds me of all the like some of the Star Trek episodes where they would receive a signal, like they would receive a signal on Earth that had been sent like billions of years ago or from a not far distant galaxy, right? And it would just take that long to sort of arrive. So yeah, super interesting. I don't know. Why don't we just start out with just asking I wasn't sure if you would find out what it meant, like if there was an actual, if it was just a signal that they picked up as a radio signal, or if they picked it up like there was actually a message.
I think it's just a signal. It says while this 9 billion light signal isn't a message from aliens, it's actually a hydrogen gas emission from a distant universe. It's a powerful tool for cosmologists, helping us peer back into cosmic history. And it says, do you want me to dive in deeper into gravitational lensing, the 21-centimeter hydrogen line, or what tells us about early galaxies? And let me ask, is it related to the WOW suit?
Please do that. And why don't I just, while you're doing that, I'll just ask the cards, what do we need to know about this radio signal? Is it coming from the galactic center? Is it coming from even beyond that?
I would guess beyond, if it's 9 billion years old. You know what I mean? Like it says, Jason's question, it says it was a great question by Jason. The ChatGPT says, he says what it is. It says a detection of 21-centimeter hydrogen line from nearly. But what it says is he can see why Jason would ask that question. It says they're both radio signals from deep space, but they're different in origin and meaning. Okay. So yeah.
Do you want? Let's pull about the WOW signal after this, because I want to this is the first time I've heard of it, and I thought that's super interesting. And somebody mentioned the year 1977 might be connected to the WOW signal, and that was the year that Star Wars was released.
Wow.
So yeah, so the cards I'm getting about the signal is super interesting. The bottom of the deck is that Judgment card again, which is a big announcement for humanity. So the overall, I guess, even why I was drawn to it was, does this happen all the time, or is this new, and where is it coming from? Right. So it's a big deal. It's awakening a lot of humanity. It is. I've got the Three of Swords as well as the Five of Cups came in again. So it's like again a part of Three Eye Atlas, like it's a part of a finale, a reminder, like, you know, the next announcement will probably be like where it actually came from, how far away it came from, because then that's going to help humanity absolutely get, okay, we're not alone. Like we've just received these, and how long have these radio signals been coming? We got the Knight of Cups. So it is like, it's an offer from the universe to help the collective understand like that we're not alone, that we've basically been lied to, you know, our entire existence. And then we have the Four of Wands, which is about celebration. So again, it's another new beginning. It's another positive piece of information that's helping the collective, especially all of those who like to watch the stars. Like I found all of these topics super fascinating, as well as overlapping all the communities right now.
It's true. It's true. It's a good point. They do overlap, you know, but it's like I was talking this thing about Curious. It's like they're totally lying to us about like whatever's going on in space. You know what I mean? Like it's
that's right, exactly.
Because we know there's a secret space program. There's Solar Warden. There's these other factions out there that are like, you know, it's just like they don't tell the regular population that like these things exist, you know? So it's like,
absolutely. And I remember I sent you a little note. I watched Men in Black 3 on the weekend. I rewatched that. And that was about the official moon land launch from Cape Canaveral. And that was July 16th, 1969. And at that point, there was already a prison on the moon, on the other side of the moon. Wow. So, and they also talked about Area 51. So I was like, okay, now that when I go back and I watch these movies, I'm like, oh my God, total download. Like totally, how long ago was that movie? Did that movie come out? And they were already talking about that there was a prison for, you know, beings that they couldn't contain on Earth on the moon, as well as, you know, that the moon launch, whatever that was actually doing for sure. So, and they talked about time travel as well. What does it say about the WOW signal, Rob? What is it?
It says it was a mysterious narrowband radio signal detected by Big Ear Radio Telescope in Ohio. It seemed to come from the direction of the Sagittarius constellation. And it says, unlike the 9 billion year light hydrogen line, the WOW signal was short-lived, 72 seconds, and extremely unusual because it is narrowband and strong. Characteristics you might expect from an artificial transmission, unexplained. It hasn't been repeated or confirmed. Some theories say it was natural phenomenon, like a hydrogen comet cloud, while others keep it open to techno-signature, whatever that means. I don't know.
You know? So does it say when it was, when they discovered it?
It was 1977. It
was 77. What does it say the month?
It doesn't say the month. It says, it just says 1977.
Okay. Because I'm getting my God bumps about this. So that was important. That was an important time period. And also, I'm starting to see a lot of things sort of happen for us in June, July, and August, which is, so we've talked about the Lionsgate and there was a lot of kerfuffle about the Lionsgate this year, but in actual fact, the Lionsgate is connected to the Sirius star alignment, which starts at the end of June and officially ends today, everyone, which I didn't know. I didn't know it went that long. So we are completely aligned with the Sirius star system, receiving a lot of information from the end of June through now, through the end of August. So I'm almost thinking, I believe, I can't be sure, but I believe the first Star Wars movie was pretty well released, either at the end of May or June. So it's interesting. It's interesting how that got sort of landed, and then there was the signal from somewhere else, and it didn't last for very long. What do we want to ask about that? Do we want to just ask what we need to know about the WOW signal?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Okay. I like the name of it.
The
WOW. The WOW factor. I'll remember that one. Ace of Cups. We got the Ten of Swords again. It's coming in a lot today. And the Two of Swords is at the bottom. So I'll start with that. So this was like, okay, before 1977, even though we had the moon launch and now we know, a lot of that was just a bunch of hooey. So we don't even know. I'd like to know where they actually went or what they did. That's what I'd like to know. But this was humanity before all that. So before 1977, like blind to everything. If you think, I was thinking about that today about how we were like really treated like children. The technology was slow. We just had movies, we had radio. It took like a long time. And then suddenly, someone showed this recently about how one of the presidents was on a rotary phone talking to the astronauts. Like, how did that work?
I know, right? It's like, how could they have done that? It's impossible. It's like,
but because we were like this, we were little babies. We just believed everything that they told us, right? So that was 10 of Wands. That was a big push forward for humanity. Star Wars, that 1977 was a marker of new beginnings. And I bet you the scientists that located that signal must have been super excited. And that kind of reminds me of that movie Contact with Jodie Foster, because like that's what she was listening to. She was listening for signals from space, right? So we got an Ace of Cups as well, which is like that was another timeline marker, another new beginning for humanity. And then the Ten of Swords is just to listen to ourselves. Like this is a big surrender card. Because as we start remembering about all of this and all the positive stuff, we remember about the galactic wars as well, the traumas. So that's like the SSP programs, all of that. It brings up so much because there's been so much dark stuff that we've had to deal with as a collective on so many levels. I mean, I think we can all kind of understand why we would have wanted to be like this. But they're letting me know that it was a crossroads, and as a collective, we chose to remember. We chose to wake up.
That's amazing.
So thank you for the wow signal.
Yeah.
I'm wondering now if Contact was kind of based on that.
Yeah. I mean, it could have been. Yeah. I'm trying to say, I wonder when Contact came out. I think it was in the 80s, right?
Yeah, I think it was a bit later than that, but I'm almost, sometimes when the movies come out, it's based on a story that was earlier. So I did like that movie a lot, just because it did talk about, when she was a kid, she just so knew that there was life beyond Earth, and she was always listening for signals, like even early on, I thought that was really cool. So
yeah, it's a good movie. I used to watch it. I used to watch it when I was young. I can't remember a lot of it, but like I gotta watch it again. For sure. I think I might rent it tonight. Actually,
like it's actually like it's a good. It's just a good reminder of like when we were innocent, we wanted to know that there was life on other planets. I mean, if you think back about it, like we talked about this before, the first Star Trek was in the mid 60s. So was like that TV series Lost in Space. Think about the Twilight Zone. Like they were always bringing us information. And some of us were like, oh my God, yeah, we believe it. And others were like, oh no, that's just fiction. But we can look back at like all the popular movies started to come out late 60s, 70s, based on like this new information about life on other planets and interstellar travel and all of that.
I agree 100%. Yeah. Well, so the other topics you had were the black hole and the galactic highway. What's the galactic highway?
So for some of us as starseeds and lightworkers, you know how we talk about stargates and portals. So this is like the proof is now coming out about what we've always felt, because the stargates aren't just here on the planet. They're actually stellar gateway portals to these other stellar gateway portals out in the galaxy. So I was super excited to see this topic because I thought, they're finally now talking about this. So they're apparently just telling us they recently discovered it, but I bet you they've known about it for a while. So the scientific headline is astronomers have mapped a massive intergalactic structure like a cosmic highway. And from the Galactic Records, it's actually mirroring what we know, that it's a multidimensional pathway that many of us have taken in the past through portals, through stargates, to travel to other planetary systems. This would probably also be how beings, when they say they've traveled to Mars or beyond, that they would be using this galactic highway, as well as some of those stargates and portals were collapsed. So I'm also, feeling we can look at it, that even this announcement is kind of announcing to us that they've reopened it for interstellar travel. That would also make sense of how Atlas 3i Atlas is getting here sooner.
Wow, that's interesting. Yeah. So this is connected to Three Atlas because this is like opening up for like. So do you think that means it's opening up for like contact with Earth? Do you think that's what they're trying to say in it?
Well, I'm also wondering, maybe we can look at this after we look at this, has the galactic battle like ended to a certain degree out in our galaxy that they're able to do this now? Because that's the other thing I'm feeling with 3i Atlas coming, that it's a light ship, is that it's safe for them to come now.
Yeah.
So there was a huge, we talked about this last show. There was a huge offensive with the Dark Alliance, and it doesn't mean that there aren't still portals here on the planet, right through the Lion's Gate. Like I felt it so heavily through the Lion's Gate. It was very intense. But I also, when I looked at it, was it last week? It looked like we were coming out the other end. It looked like the Alliance and the Galactic Alliance were coming out the other end, saying that they've got it under control now, which is really positive news. That's very positive news. So, what kind of question would you like to ask about this, Rob?
But just like kind of what we talked about, like, is this opening up for contact with like extraterrestrial civilizations? Like, will this be the final? Like, is this galactic highway a marker for contact? Is that a good? Yeah, I would say
that's
something
a great question.
Like that.
Yeah, perfect. Oh, we got the Sun card, which is a big yes. Oh, and I just got my God bumps. Whoa, because there's a couple of other people on YouTube, and I'm gonna have to go do some research that actually have been showing. Remember the last show, and I didn't send them to you. Well, we'll do a show about the black cubes. Someone just did another video about all these light ships that just came through the sun. So the sun is part of the galactic highway. Whoa.
Wow.
Let's see what else we need to know. And then we got two major arcana. We got the Chariot. So this is like ready, set, go. Yeah. So that's an answer of yes to your question. So that's opening up first contact, and it's opening up more of the fleet to come in, which would explain why, like, so this individual, well, our last show a couple weeks ago, I was talking about the black cubes. Yeah, the sun is the Stargate. And then I just caught a clip of her information yesterday about all these light ships coming in through the sun. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And we got the world. We have three major arcana.
Wow, sun, that's amazing.
Chariot, fast movement, and source. So we've got the green. Yeah, prime source has given the green light for it's now safe for this to be reopened. That is an amazing win for us as humanity.
Michelle says the sun is a Stargate. Do you believe the sun could be a Stargate?
Yeah, it's a multidimensional Stargate. Also, I would say like a trans warp hub.
Huh.
So that means that it is it's a trans multidimensional they can use it for time travel and to go to different dimensions. So that would be how powerful high vibrational light ships can now come through our sun, because they've reconnected this galactic highway for sure. Yeah, so that's another thing we've been lied to about, that our sun was just a sun.
It's something way more, right?
Yeah. So the trans multidimensional hub, I think I just called it, that came from a Voyager episode.
Well, yeah, I think I told you this before. Like when I seen, like I remember Chris from Forbidden Knowledge News. He would always show pictures of the sun in some of his videos. He would do these, where they would show like pictures of the sun, and you could see crafts inside the sun. It was like they were powering up off the sun.
Yes.
It was amazing. It was like,
So I agree with you. Like, I feel like what they do is they come in there. Some of them come to watch. Some of them been part of the galactic battle, and there's probably like charging stations where they can kind of come in and cloak, and also recharge as well. Yeah. So I mean, we know that we were lied to about the moon, so of course we were lied to about our sun. Of course we were.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So that's exciting. So the trans warp hub was a way that the Borg ships used to multidimensional travel, but it also was confirmed on Voyager that Voyager could also use the hub.
Wow.
And
That's
I
interesting.
think, yes, I think the line from 7 of 9 said there was like maybe 12 in all the Delta Quadrant, and that's how I think they figured out that's actually how Voyager got from the Alpha to the Delta, not knowing it.
Wow.
So that makes sense. That makes sense. I mean, we'd have to go back in history. Even the person that you were sharing with about the sun, we'd have to go back in history. Most likely, our sun has changed. I think we've talked about that. So most likely, we're in another part of the galaxy now where we're working with a different version of the sun, which would make sense why it's so much larger and it's so intense.
Oh, are we like moving all the time in space? Is that what it is? Is that what's going on? Like, are we?
Yeah, I think that information started to come in the late 80s, but it was in books about us as a solar system. We're kind of always moving. So we're moving kind of like I guess like in a circle, or I don't know how that would be, but we're always moving. And so we're moving into a different area of space, but then they make it look like and wouldn't that make sense about why sometimes the moon or the sun is not in the correct location?
Yeah, that would make perfect sense.
Like somebody,
Yeah,
like I know I've had clients say, oh, on my app, it says the moon is like in this location, but when I go outside, it's actually over here. So that would make sense, right?
yeah, yeah.
Is there
Wow.
anything else that we wanted to ask?
Um.
I think that's good.
Yeah, yeah, that was good. Yeah. Um.
What do you
Let me
want?
see.
Did you run look at questions? Maybe there's someone that has a question.
Does anybody have any? We also the black holes as well. We didn't go over that as well. You said
Absolutely.
there's also, have they spotted one, or what's going on with that?
So I did some research about this too. So we have, I mean, there's always black holes being found. I think that's one, like there's probably a team that they're always researching it. So the scientific headline is they rediscovered this massive black hole. It's 4 billion light years away and it's blasting a huge beam of light at Earth.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So then when I did some research about it, apparently it's quite common for black holes to be blasting light anyway, but this one's directed at Earth. So that I thought, well, that's super interesting. So from the records, black holes are reset points, gateways to prime source crater. The light beam is also bringing in a transmission of awakening codes, and it's also like it's a cosmic SOS flare reminding humanity of its connection back to prime source, and also I would say to the galactics as well, to the light teams, just as a reminder. So if we think about it, there are people out there who are just interested in black holes. So they're going to make a big deal about this. They're going to be focusing on it and trying to research it, and they're going to be receiving awakening codes. The other message I got was it's like Source and the Alliance all came up with, how can we get the light codes to the collective who don't know what's going on? Like, how can we bring in all these different streams of information to help the collective remember who they are without it being so scary for them? So if we're all running around saying we want to meet the green men and right, and wearing the tinfoil hats, like that works for a whole group of us, but it doesn't work for a lot of individuals who just want to shut down and say they don't believe in anything. But if they love studying the stars and comets and the black holes, they're all bringing some kind of new frequency, new information. So I'm getting right now, it's targeting our heart chakra. Like I can feel it in our heart chakra. So it's just like that movie Contact. It's like we're being given a reminder of like just get excited about all these new discoveries, and that we have to start trusting that things are going to get better. Because I feel that they are going to get better. They're obviously, it's still bumpy out there. It's going to be, the real world's going to be bumpy for a little while, but we're to kind of focus on these really cool things that make us, like as little kids, go, oh my God, there's this massive black hole that's sending light to the Earth. Like, what's all that about? I wish we had more astronomy in school. I think that would have been really exciting for a lot of us.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, they don't want us to know our true, or they don't want us to know true that origins or anything. You know, it's like
Yeah.
they cover that all up. And they don't want you. Someone made a good point yesterday. They said they don't want you looking up, they want you to think
they want us looking at our phones. And that's actually something that's been a shift for me since the Lionsgate. I've been shutting my phone off a little bit more. I've just been trusting that everything's being managed. And so I've got some frequencies playing in my apartment, but I don't have my phone near me at night anymore. I've just been shutting it off. And I think that that's important because they don't want us to, wouldn't it be more fun to just go outside and look at the stars and just a reminder of like why we're here? For sure. Yeah. What kind of question do you want to ask about the black hole?
Well, is it malevolent or is it benevolent or is it what's maybe see what it comes up with.
Yeah.
Because there's something fishy about like why is it shining a light directed directly at Earth? Or maybe it could be something positive. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, remember how I said like I felt that. So I am clairaudient, and I am I have got different intuitive abilities, but one big thing that's been coming forward for the last 2 years is I get these physical sensations in client sessions and when we're talking. So I got this pain in my heart about that specific beam is trying to wake up our hearts. So I got Queen of Cups, and this individual is all in her heart, but she's not quite clear on like where to go or to trust it yet. And we have the Two of Wands, which is representative of it's coming from very far away. So that's confirmation about that. It's the massive, I don't know where the black hole is. I don't know if you can look at that up, Rob, to see exactly where they found it. I'm not sure.
Let me see if I can.
And then we have the Hierophant. So I'm going to do a clarity card about this because this can represent either our higher selves, our future selves, or it could also represent like the Matrix. So I'm just going to ask for a clarity card about that. It is, and 5 is about change. So it is about changing our perspective. King of Swords. Wow. So I'm hearing that it's actually that beam of light is to help clear out all the static. So there's a lot of static around Earth right now, a lot of like benevolent memories, fears, stress, all the galactic wars. So it's come in to help clear all that out and bring in a lighter energy for everyone.
Well, this was a record-breaking mass. It says it's an ultra-massive black hole, 36 billion suns. It says astronomers have identified a black hole with an estimated 36 billion times that of the sun, potentially the most massive ever measured. It resides in our galaxy, and it has a long bunch of numbers. And it says it's so-called the cosmic horseshoe gravitational lens, roughly 5 billion light years from Earth. The measurement was possible thanks to the light-bending effects and lenses of the observation of stellar motions. It's fascinating, though. I mean,
So, and I'm wondering what technology are they using to find all these interesting things, and also like I keep thinking that they've got like way larger technology than what they've told us.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right? Like I feel like they've been using a version of artificial intelligence for years to help them with all of this, because it just seems a little bit like we just went from riding on a tricycle to suddenly now we can map, a massive black hole 5 billion light years away.
Yeah. It's something. Yeah, it's I feel like they're trying to like not tell us about what's really going on out in space. I really think that's what's going on. Like they're trying to deter. I mean, like because people are getting like people are getting massive amounts of UFOs on footage, triangle crabs, everything. So they're up there.
Yeah, I'm gonna write down because I wanted that woman that I shared with you about. She shares a lot of photos about all these ships coming out of the sun. And she's been doing it for a few years, but the one that was just recent was all these light ships that were coming in, so that was positive. But she's in fear. She's in fear though too. Like she's just feeling that there's this big shift going on. She also actually could be feeling the collective fear, because we all get these sensations that there's a big change coming. The hairs at the back of our neck, like we get this change, like something big is coming. We get that even with the eclipse, or if someone even just says there's going to be a big, like a tornado or a big storm coming in like a hurricane, we'll all get tense about that, or like the flooding, because we'll go on high alert like in survival mode, right? So that's what I feel like she's picking up on, like there is a big shift coming that we're not being told about for sure. right? And I feel like that's also what Atlas is bringing. It's bringing a recognition of everything's going to like merge into one new timeline that we've decided unconsciously as a collective to move into, and that it's all going to be okay, but it's going to change us. Yeah, we're moving in. We're kind of moving into like, so if we in the 70s, if we were considered like toddlers, and now we're kind of teenagers, we're going to be moving into like adulthood. They're not going to be able to they're not going to be able to stop hiding information from us anymore, for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
100%. Yeah. So
Does
I don't know.
anybody
Yeah, ask any questions.
Any questions? And we can get to that. And this was a fun show today. This was for sure. Like, let me see here.
Yeah, 77 was a big shift. And then they say in 1987 was a harmonic convergence where a lot of light workers woke up, a lot of starseeds and light workers woke up, and they actually physically started to go to stargates and to start to heal the stargate system. So that was super interesting. And I didn't know about that till like 20 years later. So.
Oh, Michelle wants to know, can you pull a card about this is a good one. This is a really good one about Ryushin came on and he believes there's going to be an alien attack during the blood harvest moon.
Oh, so that would be September 7th. Yeah, I'm getting my God bumps about that. So let's look at that. So
while you do that, I got to pee real quick. I can't hold it.
It's okay. Go ahead. It's okay.
All right.
It's all right. It's okay. There we go. Yeah. So that, thank you for sharing that it's the blood moon. Isn't that interesting that they call it a blood moon? So that's going to be the full moon lunar eclipse on the 7th and the black awakening. Interesting. And we just had that black new moon. Yeah. I like when they sort of pull that black word in. That means something. So let's see. I'm going to just say historically, everyone, that eclipses, because I've been working with clients for years around eclipses, eclipse season brings up fear and old trauma. So it's ancestral, and it's like there were many things that happened through eclipse season on this planet that wasn't positive. Okay. So let's just see what we need to know. Good question. So we have the Queen of Wands. We have the Page of Cups. We have the Seven of Wands. So nothing, but it's interesting. The moon's at the bottom of the deck. So the moon, well, Rob and I are going to do a whole show about the moon soon because we know so many things about the moon we didn't know before. So this is just confirming that it's connected to the question about the moon. Okay. So a full moon alone is stressful. It sends out frequencies that really upset humanity. And that's why the loony, makes everyone a bit crazy. But it's also then we take a super moon and a full moon lunar eclipse. So that means the energy even gets blocked, the sun and the moon, and it mixes everything up. Now, what's interesting is I'm not getting that it's benevolent, but I'm going to do, it's going to be a problem. But I want to pull a clarifier about the moon. But we got the Queen of Wands. So what they're trying to cover up is that it's actually the eclipse portal is a very powerful manifesting portal. This individual absolutely knows that she can powerfully manifest with source. There's her little cat, right? So this individual feels confident and strong no matter what we're being told. And that's what I'd heard before too, like for the longest time, is that not to use the moon energy, but the eclipse is kind of like a 2-week period of like every day cleaning, saging, letting things go and preparing for the new. And the new will be the new moon on the equinox. Okay. Then we have the Page of Cups. So that's like, it's not, what are they trying to share with me about this? It's connected to your question. It's not at all. It's like a little glimpse of that was a potential, but that's not going to happen at all, which is good. We have the Seven of Wands where it's a marker to help. Like it's like a 2-week like the spring cleaning, fall cleaning period to get everything going. But I want to actually ask about this. What do we need to know in general about this particular full moon eclipse? Oh, it's actually Six of Pentacles. It's actually going to rebalance humanity. So it's going to rebalance. It's going to rebalance the energies, which is interesting. And then the Seven of Swords. So it's going to this quote or this person, what they've shared, it's because they're bringing up memories from the past of something that's happened in the past. 7 of Swords. So if what the Earth Grade Rescue Mission, if what you're sharing resonates with any of you, it's something you want to heal and clear from the past, because we're such powerful manifestors, everyone. So if we believe so wholeheartedly that that's going to happen, we can manifest it. So we don't want to manifest that at all, right? But there's going to have to be something done about the moon. That's for sure. I would definitely, it's going to cause a lot of chaos for the collective. It always does. The eclipses always do.
Yeah, I have a feeling. I have a feeling that, like, I don't know, like,
I feel like we're in it already. Like, it's not just the 3-eye atlas, but we're really not that far away. It's September 7th. So, we're almost at the end of August today. So I think some people are already feeling that eclipse energy as well. Yeah,
it is like it's I'm feeling it definitely, for sure. I've had a headache all day. I've been kind of off today, I don't know what's up, I've been, it's just been a weird day. So
yeah, I have many weird days. I think we all do.
Yeah, I don't know what it is,
where is it, Rob? Where is your headache? Is it the base of your head, or where is it?
It's in like the back. Yeah. For
yeah.
sure.
So the back is old. So the back is, so this is called the ultimate. That's why I asked, I had this through Lionsgate, like it was bad. So that when we start to get aches and pains in here, think about the Matrix when Neo woke up on the ship and they took all the plugs out from the base of his head. So it's like, it's old energy, old memories of some people call it the old brain or the reptilian brain. It's the old traumas. So you're probably you've been experiencing some things that are bringing up like messages from the past, things that have happened in the past. And I was sharing with a viewer, I feel like there were a lot of traumas for humanity based on eclipse season, which is why, I remember when I first learned about eclipses, I didn't like them. I didn't like the moon energy. It would stress me out. So that's probably like this area. This is for all of us. This is part of our avatar, carries a lot of old. Think about the dial-up internet. So it carries like dial-up internet information, and we're all moving in. We're all expanding this. So this has to go. I find peppermint oil works really well on headaches at the base of the neck.
I got to get some of that. Yeah. I didn't think of that.
So so everyone, just pay attention to your body messages, because your body's just letting you know, like giving you information. And I feel, Rob, like I'm glad we talked about that, because I feel like when we get messages from this area, it's an old ancient memory. So it's an old ancient trauma, either from this life, ancestral, or from other timelines.
Wow. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. Wow. Let me see if anybody else had any questions. And thank you for that. Yeah, that's Angela Callum says peppermint oil is the bomb.
It is. I think it's it's my favorite now. It's good for everything. It's good to actually, it cools you down when you're really hot, but it also can warm you up when you're cold. It's a very high frequency, like on the hertz frequency level, and it's great for headaches. Yeah, it's one of those all round amazing oils. So
yeah. Well, this was an amazing show. I guess we could finish up for today now. Yeah, I don't know. But do you want to tell people where they can find you? And this was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a wonderful show. Thanks, everyone. Yeah. Oh, so I wanted to share with everybody, I actually revamped my Galactic Akashic Records sessions and packages. So those are on intro offer right now if you want to work with me one-on-one. My website and email, I think, is in the description box. So that's the best way to get a hold of me. And I also have a mini mentorship and a mentorship spot that I've opened for September if anybody is hearing the call to go deeper. So I'm excited about that too.
Okay. Yeah. Oh wait, Michelle has a question. She says she has a missing cat. I didn't want to miss her question. Like, I don't know if we could ask about it. Like, hold on. I feel bad when someone has a missing cat.
Me too.
I'll put the question up. Like,
Michelle, how long? Yeah, sorry about your cat. How long ago? How long ago has your cat been missing? Okay. First off, I'm getting God bumps, so your cat's okay. And the other thing is that because I have a cat too, right? The other thing is that I don't know if it's male or female, if you can let us know, but I've heard these amazing stories where cats go missing for like a couple of weeks and then they just turn up. They also time travel and they also go to different timelines. If it's usually an indoor cat, but it's outdoor, I also heard that if you put the litter box, if you've got a litter box or something that's connected to the cat's energy outside, it will find its way back to that as well. So I don't know if I can pull some cards, but that's just a couple of messages that came in right away. But keep thinking 2 days. Yeah. Keep thinking positive, male or female, Michelle.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
usually it's not normal. I've seen quite a few starseeds where their cats have just like up and left. Like they're grid workers as well. Yeah, keep calling her home and keep everyone say a prayer and ask for the cat to come back. But cats are natural grid workers. So sometimes they will just get called to go out and do something unusual.
Do you feel like cats are from another planet, or do you think like everything was terraformed? But it seems like cats in particular, like cats and dolphins, like it seems like cats, like they have these like their eyes seem like they're from a different planet. They just seem like they're like
I talk to my cat all the time because you know how cats sleep so much. Like they've done this study where they show that cats sleep like, I don't know, 80% of the time, especially as they get older. And people have zoned in that cats will go to the ships. That's why they're sleeping so much. They're actually so I include my cat now. I call him a commander. I just say, were you in a meeting on the ship? And he goes, meow. Like there's
like alien cats, right? They say there's like Lyrans, right? Lyran cats. Isn't that what they are? Lyrans?
Yeah. Like so that? I've had cats all my life, and this cat is way more galactic than the other cats. Like he's not just a house cat. He's like in charge. He's always on high alert. We just had our balconies power wash. He knew somebody was out there on the ropes before I even knew. Like he was on high alert, and then he hid under the bed for 2 days until they finished. Like he just knew somebody was outside of the building. So he's like majorly alert. I'll pull one card, but I'm thinking if the cat's not usually doesn't leave, or if it doesn't usually outside, put something outside. Don't give up hope. Keep calling. Keep telepathing with it. Keep calling it home. And yeah, I affirm that.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, it was, yeah.
Okay, so it's like it. Okay, so we got the Nine of Swords. That's you. Like you don't know where the cat is, and you're feeling. Make sure just keep thinking positively about your kitty and keep calling to it. It's like it got called out. This is like the Galactic Alliance, so it got called out to do a little bit of grid work. I actually love that for you, Michelle, because you do grid work as well. So just keep telepathing with your cat as well. Like call it when you're outside, but keep telepathing with it and letting your kitty know that you want it to come home. Okay. So they did, especially, I don't know if it's female or male. I know either one, but mainly males kind of wander off sometimes. And I'm up and my cat goes on the deck, but he's not interested at all in going over the deck, but sometimes he's in cat mode. Right? He's not galactic mode. He's in cat mode. So every once in a while, he'll see something fly out on the deck and he'll just automatically like run out there and try to, like, if it's a bug or something. So I get quite concerned about that because that could be like, he would try to go over the deck thing, but he hasn't.
Wow. Yeah. That's
anyway, I affirm that you find your kitty cat. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope you do too. That's like, yeah. And, did you did you want to promote anything else before we go or anything like that? Or
I think that's all I have on right now. Well, everything's on. Oh, the other thing, the really hot thing right now is the advanced J seals. So if anyone's hearing the call to have those cleared out, those are the what are they? They are the natural implants, seals, and tags that keep us kind of trapped in going. I'm hearing like going not being interdimensional. They're from our ancestors, so and from the Anunnaki, from the Galactics. So I mean, it'd be interesting to me to know if any of these people that are still like pulling in these memories of our traumas, which we all need to know about anyway. I'm almost wondering if they've still got their seals and their tags as well, because that can keep us in a loop for sure. So, and I got passionate about that session because I didn't want, again, we go back to like the internet dial-up. I didn't want any of the old stuff in my system. I wanted that deleted. So that's why I did it.
Yeah, I think I had all my seals removed. I think Jen Indigo Angel did. She
Oh, good.
You know, we did a session. She took them all out. I mean, I think I don't know. You know.
Well, I do a scan. I mean, I scan so many different things. A lot of my session is not even just the original seals. It's connected to all these seals that are on our other chakra system, preventing us from expanding. Some of it's connected to Atlantis, the fall of Lemuria, the Anunnaki, like the dark stuff. What was that other thing they were sharing with me about? Some of the we talked about some of the stargates have booby traps around them.
Wow.
So you could be called to go to like Giza, and you could have this experience, and then you also could get dark Anunnaki tags. And how you'll know if you have something is if you go to one of those locations and you come back and you're sick, really sick, physically sick, then you've had something installed. And they set it up that way because they knew that we would be trying to find our history, and a lot of the call of our actual history is to go to some of the Stargate systems for sure.
Wow, that's so interesting. Yeah.
I'm so glad you got cleared. That's good.
Yeah. Awesome. I'm just not feeling good today. I'm having a rough day. Like, so guys, like if you're just tuning into the show for the first time, I'm not usually like this. Like, I'm just not feeling well today. I have a massive headache, and like I have a show tonight. I'm going to be on live at 8 p.m. Eastern with Robert Bitto from Mexico and Explain. He's going to be getting into like old like Mexico alien contact cases and Mexican UFO sightings. It's going to be a really good show, but I think I got to take a nap beforehand because I was up last night until 4 a.m. I couldn't sleep, and then I had a rough morning today, so I just
you did great. You did great. There's something going on with Mexico, so I look forward to hearing about that. Yeah.
Thanks. I always love our shows. These are always awesome. Yeah,
great show today. Great topics. Great questions, everyone.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody, and I'll see some of you guys tonight. And take care, everyone. And thanks, Pink Bella.